Hey, what's going on, everybody? So it's been about 3 weeks since I've actually done a video update and any type of training videos, but I wanted to give an update on my training, my nutrition, just a little touch on what I'm doing currently with supplementation, just plans for the rest of this year. So when it comes down to training, so I was working out Monday through Saturday, and I was doing Monday and Tuesday was like power days, like upper body, lower body, and then the rest of the week I was doing like a basic bodybuilding split, Wednesday through Saturday. And then I got the privilege to work out with Moji Alua. He came up with his wife Patty to help with, helping out with the show that we're putting on with Iron Angels and Iron Beasts. He was a guest poser, and he was one of the judges. And Auntie Patty she helped a lot with the plans, with setting things in motion, and just the setup. But anyway, I was able to train with Moji and really had the opportunity to pick his brain while we were training, and he just kind of released a lot of his experience, his expertise as far as bodybuilding and what the goals are. You're using that weight that you're lifting to develop and build that muscle. It's not to ego lift, it's not to lift 1 rep maxes. Those are fun and all, but for me personally, I really want to make sure that I'm developing as much as possible as I continue my building phase and be able to step on stage in 2017 with something different. And so I've actually changed my workouts out to Monday through Friday and giving myself 2 days to rest. Because I'm really trying to focus on, time under tension, drop sets, bisets, doing all sorts of different protocols to help with targeting a specific muscle group. I've been playing around with different exercises, different ways to set up that exercise, just to see if I can really put in that effort of focusing on that muscle group that I'm trying to hit for that particular day. So it's been really helpful, and it's been really helpful on my joints too. So lifting heavy definitely takes its toll on joints, and for me, it's been helpful for that in particular. And I thought it was going to negatively impact the way that my strength and my power was, but this past week I actually was able to push a pretty good amount of weight, and I'm actually weighing less. So I'll talk about that in nutrition change up. In regards to my training though, Monday through Friday, Monday I'm doing chest, Tuesday I'm doing quads and calves, and then Wednesday I'm doing back, Thursday I'm doing arms, Friday I'm doing hamstrings and glutes, and then Saturday and Sunday I'm resting. So I've switched up my routine completely, and I'm really trying to target and separate my quads, my anterior and my posterior for my legs, because I'm just so gassed after a while after doing quads that I just don't have the energy to do hamstrings and glutes and just put enough effort to be able to develop that part. So I'm switching and separating those two, and so that's been very helpful. As far as nutrition goes, I'm actually eating less ever since talking to Moji. And it's interesting because he told me, now don't get me this wrong, he's been doing this for quite a while. So he's like, I don't track food, I kind of go off of instinct. I make sure that I eat enough for that particular day that I'm training or if I'm not training. So it's really dependent on what he's doing for that particular day, and he knows exactly what he needs, because he's been doing this for a number of years. Now I'm not at that level where I can just go off of instinct. I'm still tracking my food, but I'm eating a lot less, and I find that for me, I don't need to eat 4,000 calories to make progress. I'm actually eating around 28 to 3,000 calories, and finding that that's been very helpful with making progress with my physique, and I'm still able to recover properly with 1,000 calories less than what I was doing. I was full all the time with 4,000 calories. I wasn't happy. I was literally eating all the time, and it just wasn't convenient for me. And so for me, I eat a lot more Monday through Friday because I'm training. Saturday and Sunday I'm not eating as much, just because I'm not active as I am Monday through Friday. So it's really specific to what I'm doing for that particular day. And so if you want to break it down to macros, what I'm currently doing Monday through Friday is that I am targeting about 350 to 400 grams of carb. I'm doing about 80 to 90 grams of fat, and I'm doing close to like 210 to 220 grams of protein. And then on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, I typically get 275 to 325 gram of carb, and I still try to hit 80 to 90 grams of fat. Sometimes it's about that 75 range, and then I'm still trying to hit that 210 to 220 gram protein. So it's been very helpful. I've actually dropped weight. I'm actually 175 and holding steady, and it hasn't impacted the way that I recover. It hasn't impacted the way that I'm lifting, my energy in the gym, the energy throughout the course of the day. So it's been a really good change up. I think this is the way to go. And although that I'm not gaining weight at this particular time, I feel like I'm making some good progress with targeting the muscle when I'm lifting and getting proper recovery. And my physique is improving. May not be on the scale, but ultimately I don't want to be 200 pounds of fluff, because that's going to be a horrendous contest prep when I finally do that, to hit the stage in 2017. So I want to make sure that I'm not just focusing progress on a scale. And so that leads me into some supplementation, what I'm currently doing. Now, when it comes down to supplementation, I don't say that you need this. It's supposed to supplement what you're currently doing for nutrition. And if you're not doing anything currently with your nutrition, then supplements aren't going to do very much for you. You're going to be wasting your money. But for me particularly, these are the things that I'm currently using. I may do a video on actually why I'm using these particular items, but I'll just kind of go through the run through. So number one is creatine monohydrate. Take about 5 grams a day, and it really doesn't mean you don't have to take it after your workout, before your workout, during your workout. It really doesn't matter as long as you take it throughout the day. And the reason why people usually do it during those times is because it's consistent. If you don't typically take a pre-workout or post-workout and you just have to drink straight creatine, it's not that fun. So it really doesn't matter as long as you're getting it daily. That tends to help with that supplement anyway. And then the other thing is a pre-workout. So I got this black powder ultra, so by MRI, really good. Like I said, it's not necessary, but it does kind of help me through those days where I'm feeling kind of tired. I work out at 2 a.m. in the morning, so some of those days I feel kind of terrible. So I feel kind of tired, and this kind of helps in that process. So I got some branched chain amino acids. Now honestly, this is kind of a luxury item, just because the big ingredient in here is leucine. But anyway, one of the things that just kind of helps is just that it helps with that process, get that process beginning for muscle protein synthesis. So anyway, I'll probably make another video on supplementation, but that's what I'm taking. I also take a whey protein. Honestly, I don't really care what company it is, honestly, as long as I can read the ingredient label and understand what's on it. I don't like fillers. I don't like just garbage. So for me personally, it's all about balance, and I'm just looking for protein. And depending on if I'm contest prepping, I may just go for an isolate. But anyway, I go for a protein powder, usually a blend in the building phase, just because it helps with just saving money, because you don't have to spend as much for an isolate versus a blend of protein. So I also have this enlarged by ProLab, since I am trying to put on some calories in this building phase. Sometimes I'm just not in the mood to eat food, so this kind of helps out with a mass gainer. And I really like this product just by the pure fact that there's not a lot of garbage in it. It's there's very few ingredients on there, and yeah, there's fats and carbs and proteins. There's a good mix of that in there, but honestly, when you look at the ingredient label, it's really nice that it's not just filled with garbage, just fillers, just calories per se. It's good calories, and so I know Moji had a hand in creating this with ProLab, and that's why I really dived into that, and it's really good as far as that's concerned. But honestly, these are the things that I take. There's nothing really extra that I am taking, but I may make a video as far as why I'm taking these for me particularly, and just kind of the breakdown of what they actually are known to do, or hopefully help to do. As far as plans though, I am currently coaching contest prepping, and it's really fun, man, like to be able to help somebody along the way in their journey to the stage and even off the stage as they transition into like a building phase or just maintenance. And it's fun to be able to kind of see how somebody else progresses, and just watching them continually making progress day by day or week to week as you help them not only with their nutrition but with their training, with their posing, just kind of that whole process to getting there. And so I'm currently working with somebody that he's going to compete in 6 weeks, and he's 190 pounds. He's about the same height as me, about 5'6" or 5'7", and he is just a beast. So he definitely puts in the work, but it's been fun to be able to see his process, his progress over the course of these past few weeks of working with him. I have another person that I'm going to help with men's physique. He's gonna prep in the fall to be able to compete in the spring. And that's one thing, I may make some videos about prepping and contest prepping and giving ample time. I think, that's the biggest thing too, is that you want to make sure that you have enough time to make the necessary progress to be able to step on stage with the best package that you can bring as possible, while keeping it somewhat healthy throughout the course of this process, rather than crash dieting in like a 10 or 12 week process. Anyway, that's kind of the update where I'm at currently, is being able to, with my training and with my nutrition and my supplementation and basically coaching and starting that process, that progress, since I do have the time and the capacity that I'm not stepping on stage for the next year and a half or so, and I have the ability to spend the ample time to help somebody along the way to get them on that stage in the best condition as possible. But other than that, if there's any questions, if there's any comments, please leave them below. I'll definitely address them in an upcoming video. I appreciate you guys checking in. Other than that, have a good one. Bye-bye.